So does Rog come straight in?
Yeah, he does. He obviously missed some targets last week. I thought we struggled. Well, when Brownie went down, it obviously became evident, but we're lacking some tools, so he'll come straight back in.
And considering elevating some of those rookies like your John O'Freemans or your Archies, given that there's a bit of an injury sort of run amongst the tall players?
Not this week, but yeah, look, over time, no doubt. I'd like to think we get a few more debuts coming by the end of the year. Not quite at the moment. I think at the point in stage, I think the team's fairly settled. I know we had a bad game last week, but the previous month's been pretty good.
What did you get out of the review? Like you said, it was a bad game. What was the sort of the main things that come out of that one?
Well, we fell into bad habits. I mean, there was nothing that was overly alarming from a game styling point of view, but giving away silly free kicks. Basically, we became reactive. In this game, you've got to be proactive in everything you do, whether it's your running patterns offensively, so to test the opposition out, whether you niggle them, they react. We were all on the other side of the ledge in all that last week, so it was a really good lesson for our young players.
Is Freo, is that the toughest road trip in the comp? And I suppose you have to really be on your game to sort of be competitive against them over there.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I mean, they're a very hard team to score against, so that frustrates you. And when you get frustrated within games, often you make mistakes. I mean, that's sort of their legacy. That's what they do. So we've sort of spoken about that and trying to stay in the game for as long as we can. We know it's not going to be a week when we kick 20 goals. That's just the fact. It's just the way it's going to be. So we have to, we have to stay in the contest.
Prior to last week's game, you sort of predicted what might happen, and then Tom on Monday, I think, sort of said they fell into the habits that you predict. Is that just sort of part of the frustration you sign up for when you sign in with the coach?
I think I predicted it after the game, which is always a good time to predict something. That's called hindsight, I think. But
no, well, I'm talking prior to it, because you said after 2 games this is a danger.
Yeah,
recollection. And then that danger that you did predict happened.
Yeah, well, that's because I've been around human beings long enough to know, and young people enough to know, that when you think you're going all right, is the next moment someone's going to whack you over the head. And as we saw from last week with the Western Bulldogs, the week before against us, they were getting hammered and beat Collingwood. It's a week-to-week game, AFL footy, so it just proves a lot of what we do is above the shoulders.
So does that become a lesson in itself?
Yep. Yeah, they're all lessons for our kids. They're all life lessons, and they'll learn another one this week. Going over to Perth, an opposition venue, you're going to play against a team that are renowned for trying to strangle the opposition, and you have to keep your resolve in the same process.
How concerning is the discipline level?
No. It was a one-off scenario. I mean, we've had issues with free kicks for a couple of years now, and part of that's technical as much as it is discipline. We're just pushing the backs, things like that we just poor technique that we've got to get better at. Discipline-wise, we've got a pretty good group. We just, as I said, 1 week we fell in a bit of a trap.
Shall I ask the Brown question?
The Brownie question? Yeah, might as well get that one out of the way. He's not playing, so obviously he's with his concussion, he's not getting up this week.
Where's he at?
Where's he at? Short term, you're talking, or long term?
Short term.
Well, short term he's not playing. I mean, long term, that's his decision. He gets a week to stop and think about it. Obviously, he's got a lot to think about. He's got a new baby that's just about due. He's got his long-term health to think about, and all those sorts of things. So I think he's in the period of seeking advice.
Has he offered him any advice?
Yeah, we've spoken, but I'm not going to talk about that now. But all everyone needs to know is, as I said to Brownie, I support him no matter what he wants to do. The biggest thing I said to Brownie is, you don't know this footy club anything.
Does it concern you when you saw him go down the other night, or just as a mate, I suppose?
Yeah, as a friend it does. Yeah, of course it worries you. Brownie's had a lot of concussions, and anyone that cares about Jonathan Brown would be concerned about that. So of course you do. And sometimes concussions can be little things, and you can shake them off and move on. Other times they're a bit more long-lasting. But he's played the game a long time and had a few, so that's probably why I think we all get a bit concerned for him for that reason.
What kind of bloke is Brown? Is he stubborn?
We're all stubborn. You can't play AFL footy without being stubborn, I don't think, because everyone thinks they're bulletproof in this game, and that's the problem. But there's a certain point, I've been through it too, that you've got to say, look, I think that's enough. So as I said, he's dealing with those things, whether it's now, whether he wants to do it at the end of the year, all those sorts of things. He'll wait up. He's talking to the most important people around him now, so that's all that can happen. I know we all want to rush and get an answer, but it'll happen in due course.
If you say he doesn't owe the club anything, does that mean you wouldn't be disappointed if he did decide to go early?
Well, don't know whether the word disappointed has got anything to do with it. I mean, so I retired mid-year. Darren Glass retired a few weeks. I mean, the point being is that you don't have to feel like you have to stick around, just because you owe us something. That's it. If the time's now, the time's now. It was more taking that pressure off his decision to feel, because he's a very loyal man that doesn't want to do the wrong thing by people. So I was basically taking that pressure away from him so he can make the decision that's right for him.